Hi, welcome back. This is Gwyned doing some practice matches for my revised Izzet Delver deck. I am playing a match with Mete. He is playing some kind of rock deck, possibly with ramping up to some large creature. Didn't see a lot of it. He got stuck on 3 mana and wasn't really able to do anything and won that one really quickly. So I won game 1, and this is game 2. Let's get started here. Take a look at my opener. Let's see, my opponent does decide to go ahead and play first. This is a little sketchy, 5 land, an incinerate, and a ponder, but it lets me take care of any early plays and could ponder into something else. This is pretty borderline. My opponent did decide to go ahead and keep. I think I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. This is better. It's only got 3 lands, but it does have what I need to play Stitch Strike, get a first turn bear, and have Brimstone Volley. So this is actually fine. So we'll go ahead and keep this. Opponent starts off with a swamp and draw a Silent Departure. That's going to be nice. Play out the bear. Back on my opponent's turn. He is going to go ahead and play out an Emissary, I'm guessing. No, he's going to just go ahead and Doomblade the Phantasmal Bear. All right, and so back on his... No, I'm sorry, it's on my turn now. We'll go ahead and just play out the mountain here. No, I'm sorry, I'll play out an island and just pass the turn back. See if he plays around Mana Leak here or not. He possibly does. I draw another island. Not exactly what I want here. Probably go ahead and have a little bit of trouble here with my replay. Just a second. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Stitch Strike, exiling the Phantasmal Bear. And see if my opponent has a play. Does not immediately kill it, which is a good sign. Has an Azuri's Archers, all right. And a double Azuri Archers. All right, so this is becoming more and more common in the format as well. A 1/2 for 1 obviously is fine, and then the fact that it becomes a 4/2 with reach anytime it blocks a creature with flying is definitely impressive. It'll, 4/2 will trade with any flyer in the format. So here, obviously I'm going to need, I can't even attack into one of them, much less 2. See what I draw here. Draw into another land. Not a great draw. So I have a couple options here. I could Brimstone Volley 1 and then Silent Departure the other and swing in. Otherwise, I don't really have a lot of plays. I'm not really building towards something that seems to me to be the best thing to do. So I'll go ahead and Brimstone Volley 1, Silent Departure the other, and swing in here. Back on my opponent's turn, he goes ahead and plays out an Emissary. And as well, and then just goes ahead and Altars Reaps it, so he'll get a land out of it as well as 2 cards. So Altars Reap obviously plays very well with the Emissary. It's a nice little combo there. Back on my turn, he's playing 3 colors. Interesting. So I wonder what, probably splashing the blue? Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting build. I haven't seen a lot of 3-color builds simply because there's almost no fixing in Pauper anyway, but particularly once all the terramorphic expanses and Evolving Wilds disappeared, it's really difficult to play more than 2 colors. Obviously, Shimmering Grotto can help, but it really sets you back on mana, so a lot of people are reluctant to use it. It really depends on the deck whether it's good or not, at least in my opinion. So let's see, obviously I'm just going to swing in here with the Stitch Strike and pass the turn back. Incinerate's a nice draw, but it's not great. Could really use the second creature. So he goes and plays out the Archers and then just passes the turn back. So here, can do a couple things. I have 5 mana, so I'll be able to Silent Departure instead of killing it. Alternatively, I could just go ahead and Incinerate it now. I think I am going to just go ahead and get it off the board. And then let's see what I draw into. On my upkeep before my draw step, my opponent is going to cast Forbidden Alchemy. Obviously, I am okay with that. Probably looking for a Doomblade, so he's playing Gravedigger. Kind of an interesting control deck. So I draw into another land. It's very frustrating. So all I can do here is swing in and pass the turn back. Probably going to lose my Stitch Strike. Let's see what this is. Oh, he's got a Blight Widow. Bummer. Yeah, this is one of these creatures, although it's very expensive. Tell you what, it shuts down the ground, it shuts down the air. It's just a really, really powerful card. You pretty much need black removal, typically, to be able to get rid of it. Obviously, a Brimstone Volley that has Morbid activated will kill it, as will Chandra's Outrage, but I'm not playing Chandra's Outrage anymore, so I don't really have a lot of good ways of getting rid of it. Silent Departure is decent, and I can do that next turn, unless he's going to kill it here. He just has a Rager. Alright, that's okay, but he's continuing to draw pretty well. Hopefully I don't draw another land, draw an Incinerate. Alright, so here I'll probably go ahead and, let's go ahead and use Silent Departure to get rid of that Blight Widow for the moment. And then can swing in again for 3. Getting him pretty low now. If I'm able to swing in here, I might be able to take him out. Obviously, he's just going to recast it, though. So I'm going to need a second burn spell here in order to stay alive. He'll swing in with the Rager. I'll take 2. Find a Phantasmal Bear for my draw. Not very helpful. Can't get rid of the Blight Widow. Could swing in here, and then once he kills it, also go ahead and incinerate it, but that really doesn't leave me with anything else on the board, so I think for the moment I will just pass the turn back, see what my opponent's able to do, and now he's got a Grasp of Darkness to go ahead and take out the Stitch Strike, and I'm probably dead here. See what else he's got. He's going to play a Gravedigger, and let's see, he already bent a Gravedigger, so now he'll return it to his hand, so yeah, this game is almost certainly over. I could potentially draw 2 burn spells in a row, and that might be enough to go ahead and finish off the game, so I don't think I'll concede. Here I will just go ahead and, well, no, I'm just going to take the damage this time. Keep the Phantasmal Bear up. Hopefully it keeps some of his guys back. Could really use a burn spell here, and instead I draw a land. That's unfortunate. One of the things I think I realize at this point is I'm only playing 22 land, but I still seem to be drawing a lot of lands on my practice games. I think, given that this deck doesn't have anything higher than a 3 converted mana cost, it's probably worth going ahead and dropping 1 more land. Alright, so he's going to attack with both of these. I think this time I will go ahead. Well, I guess I'll take it 1 more time. And let's see what else he's got here. Something big. A Fangren Marauder. Interesting. Obviously, I don't have any artifacts, but it certainly is a 5/5. Gaining 5 life is going to be good. Tell you what, this is really, really good tech against the Kadoltha red decks that are really popular right now, assuming you can live long enough to cast it, because they have basically no hope of ever killing it, and every time, there are a lot of artifacts that go into the graveyard. It's an interesting choice. It might even be worth building a deck around, but man, the time you need to get a 6-drop into play is pretty significant right now. So here I am almost certainly, and I draw yet another island. Am I just dead? I'm not technically dead, but I think I will just go ahead and concede. So that was game 2. I'll be back in a minute for game 3.